Oh, shit, hold up, it's that time again. Take note of the style of the car that I'm riding in. Doing shit big and we stay trying to grow. It's been a couple weeks since the last show I flowed on. Time to get my roll on. 66 weeks, the consistency is so strong. The spirit is alive, but no Sunday show. I'm connected to the people like gold teeth and so on. And before so long, we gon' have you hooked like rocks. I'm trying to have our faces on your cereal box. Trying to invade your life like an alien race. Even have our names on each pair of shoes that you lace. And we're here in the place, so just hit that play button and find you a chair to then place your ass butt in. A lot less people have those kind of jobs now. Or they have those jobs and they have a side hustle. So there's always something that they're trying to get going.
No, I think what would happen is our generation grew up.
Yeah, the way things are set up right now is pretty whack. Like, honestly, I'm sure at some point when the cost of living lined up, people didn't really need to have another side hustle, so they probably did invest time in like their hobbies, and that's how a lot of shit kind of got started to where it is now. You know, people got to fuck around because they had time. Like, in order to have a house, to have a car, to have your school paid for, all you needed was minimum wage back in the day. So now you have a bunch of things to do. Back then, you had time, and God knows it probably wasn't 40 hours a week. I mean, it might have been. It might have been 40 hours a week, but regardless, you had more time on your hands.
Listen, man, the biggest part of this whole story is that nobody's advice adjusted for the way the world started working.
Because
like everybody worked
for their generation.
Those lazy sacks of shit. Nobody took the time to think about, hey, dude, okay, listen, just like, cost of living goes up and you need a raise to adjust to that. Once in a while, we should reassess our intelligence and realize, oh, wait, we're stupid for that thought. We should definitely change it and correct our ways.
Yeah.
What they did was they said, nah, work for us. Fuck those kids.
Yeah.
Nobody gave us the right advice.
That's true.
So now everybody's realizing, yo, you're like, if you look back in history, 99% of the people, that's why they call it the 1%, that 99% of the people will have the same fucking story. Yeah. Maybe some deviations, a divorce or two, whatever, illegitimate children, no children, 14 children.
Multiple lives.
Yeah, like it seems like, but for the most part, everybody dies at the same in the same way. Yeah. Right? All right, let's just do what they did, and then, oh, damn, I'm dying. Oh, I died. Like, I'm sure that's real crude, but like I don't mean to say it in a way that, man, I thought I was going to wear a hat.
It's up to you. Go get a hat if you want a hat,
Yeah. I'm back. So, yeah, I think it's just real funny that, like, in terms of, like, the world's or society's, created this whole thing where the story has been predetermined for you. You just have to follow the mold for it.
Yeah, it's because I'm not saying for the government.
Falling in love is great and having a family is great, right? But I don't think that means that you should, like, that's part of the story. But I think the other part of it is like how you should go about your professional life, or how you should, you shouldn't deviate because not many people do it. It's hard, and it's not easy to become a successful person outside of like the box,
right? Going like the whole 9-to-5 way is, and the only reason why people do that is because it's secure, right? Like, there's no real big risk for failure unless you fuck something up at work. Obviously, you get fired and you go to another 9-to-5. But the way that is set up is like that's the same reason where people get married for the most part. Honestly, is security, right?
Because
so you know what to expect.
Because you come home, you got a warm feeling in your belly, like,
right,
which is fine.
You're gonna get a paycheck every 2 weeks. You know what it's gonna be. You can budget your bills around it, like all that shit. Yeah, I have a retirement savings, so by the time I'm 65, I'm good.
Right, so you can stop doing things then. Like, no, man. Like,
I have a problem with that because now they're like, oh, with your 401ks, with this, that, you can only use it at 100% on this date. Like, if I feel like I have enough in there, why can't I just retire whenever I want without?
They don't care. Listen, because
like, why is it your choice? My money,
dude. It's all sorts of fucked up. Like, I honestly think that it's all been created. So you need workers. This has not been created by accident. You need workers. You need people to do the work that the people have created to be done. Essentially, so like the bosses have created this need for a workforce. And then there's people that either do the same and the or is the majority, or you go ahead and you apply for those jobs and now you're the workforce that they're looking for.
It's like the hunter-gatherer. There was a need for them in society, so they existed, right?
Yep. It's fucked up, but like that's just the way they've created it. But I agree. I think it's on a trend where people are like, "Yo, you're really wrong." Like, motherfuckers don't need they don't got to do it that way. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you know, we both have cousins because we're brothers. So we've got cousins that have had children real early, right? Yeah. And like I feel like that served as some sort of a forewarning to us to, you know, be like, nah, I don't like that life. Like that don't appear to have, like, early on that looks like it's hard. It looks terrible, to be honest with you.
Fucking 10 years older by the time you're 10 years older, like,
right. And I get it. You by some time you get to a point where you figure it out.
Right.
But man, that did not look like a life I wanted.
Well, and then like you look at the people who, I mean, they waited a little bit longer to have kids. They started doing like their own business shit first. Now they're like money is not really a concern for them. It's just trying to make their work, you know.
The goal, I think, is when you have children is to be able to be like have your life set up where you can be involved. Like, you know, our father, he worked a lot early on, right? Like he worked a couple jobs, and you know, moms would work, or like there was a lot of the time where he was, you know, to make ends meet, motherfuckers got to do, you know, shit that you don't necessarily want to do. And if you have children, I think it's cool to be able to be around, right? Like it's not realistic in a lot of areas, right? Yeah. You got, even if you have a business, you work your ass off. You can't be around for everything,
right?
But to some extent, you can allow yourself to be there. When you work for somebody else, there's no leeway, you know. Yeah. Even the idea that when women have kids, they got to go back to work so soon.
Yeah,
that's fucked. You should get a year. You should have a year off. Like there's a lot of countries that do that.
Agreed.
You know,
but what I also don't like about the 9-to-5 situation is, you know, I have somebody else determining my worth. Like they determine if I can move to the next step.
Biggest
determine how much money I'm making.
Bro. I tell people that all the time. I'm like, my job, I get paid okay. And like when I tell people what I get paid, they're like, "Oh man, that's great." Like I'm like, "Great? What is your definition of great?" Like I don't understand these. Like I think we've moved the bar, or people have interpreted what these words really should mean. Like, and to me, when I say I make a great wage, I have a completely different idea of what that is than I feel like and
it's in like the 7 figures range. You know?
I get. Yeah, I mean, like listen.
A year, that'd be fine with me.
You know, yeah, I mean,
right now,
you're right. Like, I mean, I don't want to seem like, oh man, if I don't make that, I think it's the pursuit of it.
Yeah.
And if I have not done anything to do that,
right.
Let's introduce the show and continue this talk, because we're probably going to talk a little bit about it.
All right. I mean, if you want to. Okay. Welcome back, everybody, to the Kiona and Kasson podcast. This is episode number 66.
Pick up sticks.
I am your host, Adam. I'm here with my brother, Osama. On the tunes. As usual, you know, you like to see him on the tunes. Shout out to everybody watching and listening. Glad to have you here with us.
Yes, sir.
We're in the middle of a conversation right now.
KKP.
So, but yeah. No, fuck the 9-to-5 life. I'm trying to, honestly, the way I look at pretty much everything in life, school, whatever, it's all a means to an end, right? So
unless you see no end. Okay, so there are jobs that are means to an end. No.
I mean, when I say
there
means
are
to an
jobs,
end, it's also just the opening of like the next means.
Agreed.
You know what I mean?
But there's jobs that happens, and there's jobs that are just jobs. Like even if you get paid well, there are jobs that you have no upward mobility. You get paid well, but the wage doesn't increase very, very much.
Yeah,
it's like you said, having somebody determine my own worth, right? Without me really being able to even change that. Like when you have a business, right? When you're doing something, you have the ability to alter and switch some things around, right? It's malleable, I guess. Right. It's not a static thing. You can change it, right? You can make it, you can cater it, right? If you see something not working, to try to increase your own wage, to try to increase your profitability and marketability. But in a job where you're just another number, which we are, if you look, how do you punch in? With a fucking ID number, right? That's the only thing they know you as, really, right? I think that that's putting yourself in a box. Yeah. Now it's okay. We know plenty of people that have left themselves within this situation, and I mean, whether or not it works for you is fine. Whether or not you have a job that allows you for some growth, that's that's cool too. But growing within your own company or your own thing, your own baby,
working towards something yourself. For yourself,
key.
You know?
It's key. That's all I'm looking
building.
for. That's all we're working towards now. Like, I'm done with this working for no reason type shit. Like, it's all about really creating my worth based on what I've made my skills demand.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Long ass rant, but this should be on the motherfucking mind.
Yeah, no shit, man. You know, anytime you're able to create for yourself and provide your own financial stability, you know.
And yeah, I mean, it all goes back to like this format that they've created where, you know, I think the information that's been given to students when they get out of high school historically, or, you know, within the last 3 decades, I'd say more than likely, has been trash. It's been fucked up. Stuff has been omitted or spoken very, remember when in the office when Michael was trying to deal with Daryl to give him his raise and he was trying to how to negotiate, like he looked up negotiation tactics and one of them was talk real low. So he was like, that's interesting that you would say that. He was like, what? He was like, that's interesting you would say that. You know, like, that's what they do, right? Like, you'd be like, oh, so I can get this subsidized, this unsubsidized. Yeah, but you gotta pay it back really, really fucked up. Like, you know. You'd be like, you'll say what? And then if you really like, that's the shit you gotta magnify, the small print that, you know, there's small print in conversations as well. Yeah, and I think that they omit a few things or don't speak them loudly enough for students. And I think parents at a certain point get so stuck in their ways that they know that this to be the only way to work things out. You got to go to school, get student loans. That's how everybody does it. You come out, you got debt, but who cares? You can pay it off with the job you got. Right. Except they can't pay anything else with the student loans because with the job I have.
You don't ever want to be just like everybody else in any other situation, right?
That's one thing I don't get. Like, you don't, if your friends jumped off a fucking bridge, you wouldn't jump off a bridge. No shit, Mom. Well, I'm not going to jump off the bridge.
Until you're 65 and retiring.
That's jumping off a bridge. So you're telling me you jumped off the bridge, but you know what? No, it's 100% true. Of course, Mom. I'm not jumping off the stupid fucking bridge, right? I'm not doing what I have, but
it depends what's down there.
Yeah, if there's water and it's deep enough, we can jump off this bridge, you know? And that's the thing. Like, I don't know. I think they got so stuck in their ways, which that generation is known for being.
Right.
And, the information they gave their kids was also lacking, maybe based on ignorance or because they were like, okay, well, they'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It's fucked up, but that's how our generation has been. That's what we have to deal with. And people can say, "Oh, you picked them, you got those student loans. You're supposed to educate yourself." But you're 17, 18 years old. Right. Educate these nuts, motherfucker.
You don't think I'm mature enough to drink yet? So you're telling me I'm mature enough to take out a student loan?
Dude, you can't rent a car until you're like 5 years old. You're telling me I can't rent a car, but I can take a loan for like thousands and thousands of dollars? Fucking.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is like renting a car, fucking your insurance going down. That's all because they think you're getting mature, right? So I'm mature enough for this particular financial thing, but where I'm going to put myself in debt for the next 15, 20 years, not really thinking about it, not having all the facts, not really caring to read all the terms, just knowing my money's coming to me. Like, I'm mature enough to make that decision? I don't think so.
Dude, those of us who are students and those who are listening that are students, we only have so many, so I don't know who and what do school.
Sure, at least some of you have done it.
Somebody taught you how to do math.
Right.
So, dude, do you know how fucking hard it is to actually get the free money from FAFSA? Yeah. Like, super fucking hard. Like, it is so hard to get actual grants. Yeah. However, to get these student loans, dude, it's almost nothing. A couple signatures. You do loan counseling online, and there's nobody there to stop you to make sure you're listening and understand. You can just be like, yep. And as a 17, 18-year-old who doesn't, like, most of us don't want to do that. Like, we don't care what that's saying. You're giving me free fucking money, dude. Right. I get a check. Yeah. You know how many checks I've gotten? Very little. I'm going to take this check.
We got direct deposit. I don't even have to go to the bank. money's in my account in
Dude,
3 days.
oh my God. That was the dopest shit. You're like, I am rich.
Yeah.
I'm fucking rich.
Yeah, and then they already take the tuition out of it, right? So everything that comes into your account is what's left
It's
over
your
after
money.
the tuition. And you're
Or
like,
your money,
"Ooh, I
because
have some money to fuck
honestly,
around with." Right.
it's fucked up. But they've created this system where now, like, you know, like being artsy should be like it used to be. I don't know, man. People called people, you know, back in the day geeks for being certain things and all that.
Yeah.
But now it's cool to do that, and I think the generation now is coming up in a pretty cool situation where, though in the public schools, I do understand they're taking away the arts.
Creativity is encouraged.
Creativity is an encouraged thing nowadays,
Yeah.
and I mean, dude, you can make money off becoming a fucking professional video game player, which to me is nuts because we would have sure been one, and I know it because that's what we like to do.
Yo, listen, people get
If
paid,
it wasn't that, it was basketball. We were not tall enough for that shit.
Right. People get paid to go around to restaurants, eat the food, review it. Go to movies, watch them before everybody else does, review it. Like, the amount of ways that there are to make money are ridiculous. And a lot of those things that are like extra like media type shit, all those things that you needed a degree for before, like in order to do some kind of broadcasting thing, now you have YouTube. Now you have like endless fucking, you can make your own website, right? And you can advertise it all yourself, and you can make money more than like the people who
There's so many routes to make money, dude.
Yeah.
I for sure would if I was a girl, OnlyFans. There's so many ways, but like that is so easy, dude. I could be at my house doing what I do anyway, which is like, I'm here. I'm gonna play with myself a little bit. Put the camera on, bang, making money, bitches.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Done. You turn the camera off. Like, peace, guys. Hope you enjoyed that shit.
You have to have contracts with other weird random people that you agreed to do this with. Like,
it's just hilarious that there cannot be an OnlyFans guys page. Nobody wants to see that.
I mean, like, I'm sure that there are, but
nobody's making money in Only Guys.
No,
only Guys fans.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's
OnlyFans for guys. Like,
Only Guys fans.
I mean, but I mean that's fucked up. Like, dude, we can't make money just sitting there. Like, women don't really want to watch that.
No, it's a real topsy-turvy world, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you can. Well, maybe there is that, but like, you'd have it would be heavy guy fan oriented.
It's the same way, and just so you know, the next 10 seconds of what I'm about to say can become across a little offensive, so just don't listen to it. But this is the same way I feel about gay dudes and lesbians, right? Women are just much prettier. It's nastier when it's two dudes than two chicks. Always. Sorry.
I mean, yeah, just taking away from the what is it? What are you using here? Pronouns for these people? Like, take away all that. Like, it's like if you're like, oh man, what do you want to watch? I'm definitely not going to say the two guys.
Never.
But like, but now,
and I think we are not the minority in this.
No. I think two guys would probably say that.
Yeah, probably. Like, I don't think so.
Right? Like, I think a guy.
Said this was pretty.
I think we all like we all can say that. Like, yeah, no, we'll definitely watch the women do it more. Like a little bit. It's where we'd be biased.
Yeah,
we'd be
largely biased.
But again, that doesn't mean that you can't be gay.
Not that there's anything wrong.
We're just talking literally about the fact that, like, visually, what I would prefer to watch, it's definitely the two women.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's like they're
but
feminine
even
and masculine is for a reason. Women are just naturally prettier than it just is supposed to be that way.
Yeah, man, they got nice bodies to be all smooth and shit.
Right.
Like, dude, guys be hairy as hell, man. Like,
yeah, no, and I'm a very visual person, so like I like to.
Adam looks at a lot of guys; they be all hairy.
Not that.
Not that.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, of course.
Anyway, so speaking of bodies, this is
my mind's telling me no.
This is the question I wanted to ask you this week, right?
Oh, I can't continue that. Fuck. See, that's the problem with R. Kelly being canceled. There's so many things.
You can't listen. Like, first of all, I Believe I Can Fly. I'm never gonna not like that song. Just not gonna
it's
happen.
a really great song.
It's really great.
Fucking R. Kelly, dude. We talked about the story of why he didn't go to court last week, right? Because his foot toe hurt.
Yeah, we talked about that.
I got the gout.
We literally had to talk about the gout.
It's always gonna come up.
Okay, so throw everything that you know about body enhancement out the window right now, right? Okay. Thinking in a more novelty fashion.
Kobe.
If you could enhance one part of your body for whatever reason, think novelty here. What would it be? I have a great example. If you want me to go first, I can go ahead and do that.
Yeah, man,
Also,
go ahead. You
I'm
must have
gonna
been
say
thinking about this.
A lot of
You know, like your calves or some shit?
A lot of small dick dudes try to say bigger dick. That's not an option. We're not talking about that here. You know.
No, we're not going to talk about that. But how does that even work? Like, part of that should be numb. Like, you wouldn't feel shit. And
I'm saying,
so
like,
what?
if
Like,
you can- it's
so
just-
what do you enhance?
you
How
make
do you
a wish
enhance
and
your dick?
You make a wish and it enhances. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
like we're talking about like
Right. Like just
like
yeah.
fairy tale. Okay, well, why didn't you say anything?
Well, I said it now. So, I would say, right, because I was walking my dog, smoking a cigarette. I was trying to, like, do something on my phone. I had to pick up his shit. 2 more hands. 2 more hands. That's what I would want.
Oh, word. That's cool. You'd look weird. You're like Goro. Like,
yeah. I'm okay with that, though. You know anything about Mortal Kombat? If not, turn this
Adam
off.
would be Goro like a mother. Well, would you have hands or would it be just? Would it just be hands or would you have
Yeah, it'd
arms
be
too?
yeah.
Oh, you got to specify, man. That'd
Yeah, I
be
mean,
hilarious
I'd have-
if you just had hands.
I just
where
think
you
about how
like-
much more can get accomplished if I had more hands.
It would literally be like having pockets on your body if you just had hands. So you like give it your coffee while you're walking. So there's just a hand that's holding coffee.
Think about
And
your
your
doing
keys
curls,
right here.
right? Would
And
you-
they could open doors for you. Like you're holding bags. Like, here you go.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? When your hands are full, say you don't
Where
want
would you put these hands? How would you cut? You need
the same
shirts.
way you'd use a normal hand.
You need 4 shirt cut
That's fine.
hands.
I would
Or
I would-
4 hand cut shirts.
I would do that, or I would just try to get real swole and
Not
walk around.
4
without a
hand
shirt
cut
all
shirts.
day.
You need 4 hand cut shirts. 4 hand cut shirts.
Think about like doing curls. You know, exercising.
You can't do curls with just hands.
You got to lift 2 at a time.
What are you gonna make like? It's not even wrists.
I'm talking-
You're gonna literally rip it off.
There will be arms.
It's gonna run away.
There
Like
will be arms.
Adam's family, the Adam's family hand and shit.
Think about like when you went grocery shopping and you just bought like $200, $300 in groceries, and you do not want to go up and down to the second floor from your car. So you got 4 hands.
Oh, I just
now to
leave
all those
that batch that I can't grab till the next day.
Like, where's all the perishable shit? Let me make sure I bring this upstairs.
I'd just be like, nope, not going back. The garage is way too far. It's fucked up.
That's real lazy.
Like, we're just gonna leave that till tomorrow.
What if it's a hot day outside?
Throw the whole
Then
car
you have
away.
4 hands with arms to go and grab.
Yeah,
all
but
those
okay.
things
So
that you
you're
want.
what you're not thinking about is you got our hands here, right? Right. So
They're coming out underneath like Goro.
But if you okay, but you didn't specify arms, so I'm just going with the original. I got
You
four. I
can't
got
do
4. I
that,
got my
'cause
arms and
that's-
2 more
That's
hands.
not what I'm choosing. You know, this would my enhancement.
Are only the hands that work, or do the arms like work too? Because if the hands only work and you can just like attach things to them, and now they're just like,
Why would only the hands work? That
you,
would not-
you only specified hands, so now you got spaghetti arms with these hands that are holding on
You
for dear
realize
life.
I'm talking about what I would enhance my body.
How
to make
hilarious
life
would it be
easier.
to run if only the hands work?
I think it'd be faster.
No, because the arms would be trailing behind.
No,
Like
could you then put
spaghetti
your hands-
arms.
Could you then put your hands in your pocket?
Yeah, but you have to put them in there, right?
Well, your hands work,
you
know?
no, because the arms
so you
don't. So you got to literally take it. So now you got like noodle arms,
You go
but you
like
got
this.
these hands in there. Nah, I think that's a dumb idea.
Well, what would you choose?
Well, now that you've just sprung this on me like usual,
Yeah,
I'm probably going to be
taller.
taller.
Okay, let's say you couldn't be taller. Novelty, like you're thinking about. Oh,
Novelty?
let me go and fucking play in the NBA, be 7 inches taller and hit. No, I'm talking about just like some whatever outside of the box shit that you can come up with.
Like a superpower?
Not a superpower. Like think about something you have on your body, enhance it, right? Like, would you want to be able to see?
Can I
better?
be like Inspector Gadget essentially? Like make everything just do what I'd like it to do? Go Gadget. You name it. Okay. So you basically asked me a question and
superpowers,
are making
no.
me do one specific thing. Can I be like what's dude's name from fucking Street Fighter with the extendable arms? Is it Zangief? Balrog?
Some shit like
Balrog or whatever the
But
hell.
no,
his name is.
what I was thinking, like, make you can punch faster, so now your arms are like, you know,
We're gonna be like
extending
Chun
your
Li with
arms-
her legs and shit.
instead of extending your arms.
Dude, this is honestly a terrible question if you won't let me be taller. You got 4 fucking hands.
That's not the idea. Like, obviously, if
You
I was
become a
choosing-
mutant personally, but I can't become a mutant. Is that what you're saying?
Sure, extend your arms.
I want it's not only the arms. Like I want not and like they come back. It's like a spring loaded arm, but it's real. You know what I'm saying? And then the legs too.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So like I can kick you from fucking far. Like if you're across the room, I'll just kick you and throw my leg at you, and it comes back. I'll knock the shit out your little 4 fucking hands, body.
Just block it with 2 hands. And
I think
choke.
that you're misinterpreting how hilarious you would look. Like if
I don't
we're
care about
talking
that.
about like,
I'm
but
thinking again.
this is a novelty. You would literally become a mutant. People would be fucking pointing and scared of you. You got 4 arms.
That's okay. I'm not worried about.
That's
other
not
people.
normal. At
I'm
least
worried
my
about what
arm
I
comes
would do
back.
to enhance my
A
ability.
tall person is a tall person, but you got 4 arms. You got 4. Well, you can't do nothing with the other 2. They don't get sucked back into your
I
body.
just need additional ways to hold things.
I think you're just missing. You should get a fanny pack. Get a backpack.
No,
The
first of
army
all,
people,
you wear a
yo,
fanny
army
pack.
vests. Army vests got like so many pockets.
Okay, but can I walk my dog, hold a cigarette in my hand?
Yeah, you just put the vest on. You don't gotta hold it. What is this? You want 4 arms? This is as bad, almost as bad as being able to give people the hiccups.
I
You
just
are-
think- I
you
still
would
think
be-
the hiccups would be the best thing.
We're going back like 40 episodes here, but you would be possibly the worst superhero of all time. Adam gives you the hiccups and can slap you with 4 different hands at the same time.
Think about like the Tick and like Ant-Man. Those are just novelty fucking superpowers.
Ant-Man is
They're not
actually
really-
probably the most important well, we're not going to give anything away about Endgame because you haven't watched it.
Right.
But he's super important. This guy goes from small to big.
I
As small as he
understand.
likes to as big as he likes.
Okay. I'm just saying it's not like something.
Can I be Ant-Man?
People are gonna try to fucking
Dude, you
kill
can literally
you know?
you can
They're gonna try to
literally
kidnap you and sell you,
you
to
can
the internet.
literally go into a store as small as you like, go behind somewhere, wherever the fuck you're buying and stealing from. Because you're not buying, you're stealing at that point. I'm Ant-Man. I'm using it for the worst powers possible. Not really. I'm not going to kill nobody. I'm just going to steal all the shit I like.
I mean, you
Dude,
still have to
I would
walk
make
out with
myself
it.
small, get into a car, and then turn big and drive that bitch off the lot. Oh, you can make the car small. Dude.
I'm not 100% on all of his. He can change other things.
Dude,
size
I'm not
as well.
talking to your expertise on nothing superhero, mister. I'll give you the hiccups.
We agreed that was a pretty terrible thing.
It would suck, but okay, unless the hiccups make me not be able to do anything. Like, are they incapacitating hiccups?
I told you I want to just inconvenience you. I don't need to kill you. I don't need to
That's
hurt
why you would be the useless. They'd be like, dude, who called fucking hiccup guy? Is that what your name would
I
be?
would give everybody hiccups.
Yeah, but
I
they'd
would give you hiccups over and over.
and then
over again.
I'd just tell Cyclops to take his sunglasses off at your face.
Why is Cyclops here?
Huh?
Why is Cyclops here? So we're going.
Don't know.
We're going with
But you're
Marvel
giving
and-
hiccups, right? As your superpower. Unless you're like, unless you hate people that give interviews and you don't want them to be able to give good interviews, you're sabotaging other podcasts.
Exactly.
So you can just throw hiccups
Exactly.
at everybody, or can you hold it only on one person?
I'm giving them to everybody.
Dude, now you're just asking for too much.
So
What
at
are you,
first-
Thor? You're
So what now? Now
or not
giving-
Thor, or Thanos? You just snap your fucking
I would have
fingers
to at
and
least-
everybody's got hiccups now?
No. I would have to at least see them or point to them or whatever. But everybody who I could see, I could give.
I question all your creativity. Hiccups,
No, it's great.
forearms.
See, now you're just thinking that like it's real rude for me to do that to people, and
It's not
I'm
even
thinking-
rude. It's stupid. Dude, you can like literally take people and freeze them. You're done. Froze.
That's more than inconvenient. You're trying to kill people. Then I'm just trying to inconvenience.
No,
you.
I mean you can freeze them as long as you like, or you can
can
either
pause
freeze
them?
them. You can freeze them to kill them, or you can
you can
freeze
make it
them.
like click. where they're
Essentially,
still
you're
there, but they're
Sub-Zero.
paused. You're
Were you
Adam
Sub-Zero?
Sandler and click.
Were you Sub-Zero or Scorpion?
Sub-Zero.
Yeah, because Sub-Zero was pretty dope.
Yeah, could freeze people. But
Yeah.
you see, when he freezes them, it's with ice, trying to kill them.
See, they're kind of opposite, right? Like he freezes them and he goes to them, but Scorpion's like, "No, I'm lazy. You come to me. Get over here." And
Then
he
he
will pull
can
you
spit
over.
fire.
Yeah, but like
That was his fatality.
if you're like
Flawless victory.
if you can throw fire at ice or vice versa, who wins? Does fire win against ice every time?
Pretty sure fire wins against ice.
I don't think so though, because it has to melt it rapidly enough so that the ice is melted down before the ice
How you gonna
stops.
put out a fire
the
with
fire
ice?
stops. It's like water.
No, splat water is different than ice.
So ice can't put out water is what you're telling me?
A brick of ice on a fire, it's gonna melt and it's gonna be gone.
When it melts, it'll put out the fire.
Yo,
I think this is two different situations.
What I was
if you're
also
throwing
thinking-
fire at an ice block, I think the ice block wins. But if you just throw an ice block inside of a fire, yes, your argument stands.
I was thinking this too, and I don't want to come off insensitive with this, but like the California wildfires, right? They have issues with them. They can never put them out. Why don't they just set up random swimming pools throughout the forest?
No, like what
break the bridges down and let it put
may need,
it'll automatically go out because you'll.
what may need to happen is they just got to like set up sprinkler systems, like or some crazy
I
shit.
don't know if you can do. Well, yeah, I guess you can, but I'm telling you, just random big pools of water, and every time the fire comes, it melts one side, it puts out a big ass area of the fire. There's a lot of water in things.
I think maybe what you're thinking is they should put like big ass reservoirs in the middle, filled
Yeah, but
with
they
water.
need something that's like self-reacting, right?
Yeah,
they
yeah.
don't
So
have to-
like maybe the fire releases like chambers where the water just comes out. Because if you can release now, don't get us. We're not engineers. This is not expertise. We are sorry that this is happening, but we are spitballing ideas here because that's what we are. Spitballers. Adam's a hiccup giver, but that's neither here
Yeah.
nor there. But maybe they put a big reservoir, right? I don't know. I'm not even going to talk about this
Well,
anymore because I
so-
can't even pretend to be able
so
to give a solution.
Every town has a water tower. Why don't they put some water towers in there?
That's
Have,
what I'm saying, like a water
releases,
tower.
You know,
Like a water tower. But like I don't know.
I feel like they could just be doing more. You know,
I think that there's I don't know, maybe there's reasons why they haven't gone that route. There's got to be, but I know that there's
they have
ways.
the ocean. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but ocean's like salt water. I don't
Well,
know
so
if that
what?
makes a difference.
just put out a fire?
I don't know.
No.
Dude, you just told me that you can throw fire at a brick of ice and the brick of ice would die.
You just told me you could throw a brick of ice at a fire and then the fire will die.
I was bullshitting about that, obviously, but I think that if you throw you throw a fucking fireball at ice, I don't think, unless it's like some solar flare from the sun, that anything's gonna happen.
I think something will happen.
You're as cold as ice.
Like, think about Fantastic Four, right? The fire dude. We put out what the
Human
Silver
Torch?
or some shit.
Yo, Fantastic Four is pretty fucking hilarious. They're like the cartoon that somebody made later, right? That had no idea what they were doing. Like it's like the inspired cartoon of a kid. Like that was. So a kid watched all of these Marvel and DC and
Well, one of them
And
had
then he
your-
was
your
like-
choice. You know, you can extend your arm, flatten it to get around surface.
that was Mr. Fantastic, isn't it? Isn't that his name? Dr.
Maybe.
Fantastic?
Something like that.
Dr. All right, so like Fantastic Four is kind of gay, right? We're gonna agree to that.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, and
Like
I
the
like
only
Jessica
one that
Alba,
the only
you know,
yeah. Well, no, I'm talking about in general the idea of the Fantastic Four. There's only 4 of these fantastic people. Like
Well, I
what
think
the fuck?
the one that I always reference is the one that has Vic from the Shield in there.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, well, that's obviously, but like I'm going to say like even the Thing.
The Thing is a fucked up thing.
Yeah, like I don't know how cool can he run?
Yeah, of course,
He's like
he
a
can run.
rock.
Yeah, like a rock.
Like a rock. Whoa, like a rock.
He was strong as he could be.
Like
Like
a
a rock.
rock.
Nothing ever got to him.
Okay, so like, they're kind of that's a terrible like bunch of people. They they even seemed like they were a terrible bunch of like superheroes. Like they were like the B Squad and shit or the red shirts. So like they were only there to help the Avengers practice.
I would definitely be like the Human Torch. Just be fucking like
throwing fire at people.
super arrogant, cocky, fucking using it for fame.
It's funny how he then became Captain America.
Yeah.
Like fuck these gay bastards.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, I'm not using it as a that. I'm using it as look. Gay people would probably, just like I said, most gay people would probably say that Star Wars is probably pretty gay. Like they would probably say that the Fantastic Four are
I mean,
pretty gay.
I have a friend that works gay, and you know, I'll say like that's super gay. And he's like, yeah, that's really gay. So like, he understands.
They acknowledge, right? Like, there's differences between like the word, like, man, that dude is a gay guy, and then like saying something's gay. Like,
Right, because-
like if you just hopped into this conversation, please go back like fucking 45 seconds. It means something.
Like the way that we are saying it, I would never say to a gay guy, "You're gay." Like, I'm not calling him what he is. I know what he is. I use it,
And
as
there's nothing wrong with that.
right. There's nothing wrong with it. The way I use it is more just to describe things that are gay.
Yeah, and I know
But not
that
people.
doesn't make much sense. But it does. It does, man. It does.
I agree. Anyways, let's see what else we actually have to talk about.
Fantastic
We've been talking
Four.
about nothing for a while now.
Who's like the worst? Like, who's the guy that they don't call? Like, who's the like the superhero that they forget? Like, you'd be like, guys, you didn't call me. Like the Rudy.
I forgot.
Like, who's there?
you know
Who is the Avengers Rudy, or like, because yeah, who's that guy that nobody wants on the team, but he's almost there, really?
There's got to
We'll
be
let him
somebody.
manage us or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's people.
There's got to be. There's a million fucking superheroes in the Avengers. So
Yeah, I wish we could come up with somebody, but I'm pretty sure it's probably somebody from the Fantastic Four.
what did Jessica Alba do? What was her?
Look hot as fuck.
Well, besides that, you know, of course, that's
Hot as shit.
I don't remember what she did.
Yo, Jessica Alba in Sin City.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Jessica Alba in most things.
Jessica Alba in her body, like as she is
Into
constituted.
the blue.
Into the blue. Jessica Alba was really dope.
Yeah, she had a lot of ass hanging out.
There was a lot of ass hanging out in Jessica Alba from Into the Blue.
Also, I've started referring to big asses a different way now. Now I call them, that's a heavy ass, you know, because it just looks like it's heavy.
Heavy ass.
Yeah, it's a heavy ass.
Well, I think there's a difference between a big ass and a heavy ass.
I disagree. I think
No,
like,
I think
if it's a big
I
ass,
think you're
it's normally
mistaken, my
heavy.
friend. I
No.
think you're heavily mistaken.
No.
Heavy ass is, you can tell a heavy ass. Like they're walking like it's heavy. Like they like they got issues walking and shit.
It just looked like
Like
it's
that heavy ass
you know?
is like on the cusp of like being way too big of an ass. Like, all right, you're just a fat ass. Like, but not a PHAT, a FAT ass, right?
I mean,
But a big ass is not the same as a heavy ass. You could tell heavy ass. Heavy ass looks like their knees are about to give out every time they take a step.
no, because there are some just really nicely heavy ass, you know?
Yeah, but that's not the same as a nice big ass.
Exactly. Big ass is big. Heavy is the same thing. It's just
No,
one
it's
heavy.
not. You're flawed. You're flawed, sir.
This is how I am referring to.
This
You
is the
don't
guy
have to
who
do
said
it.
he'd give people hiccups, have 4 fucking arms. The arms don't work. The hands only work. So now he can only throw up gang
He
signs.
said that the
with
hands
4
only
hands.
work. I have working arms and hands. I don't know where he makes these stories up from.
All right, dude, but you didn't specify.
Anyways, let's talk about something that actually matters before we lose everybody.
Everybody has thought. Well, this has mattered. All of this stuff matters.
The beginning has mattered. Since then has not really mattered very much.
Dude, everybody agrees about the Fantastic Four. We're not telling anybody things they don't know. That's why they stopped making those stupid ass movies. That's why dude was like, I am not going to come back. I'm going to change the whole superhero I am.
Yeah.
Dude,
Which realistically-
same happened to Ryan Reynolds when he was Green Lantern? Green Lantern?
Yeah.
No, Green Lantern.
But
and
that's
then-
actually a cool thing to have. That's what you want right there. Like you can be Inspector Gadget. It's just
dude,
magnified.
when are they going to make a dope Inspector Gadget movie? They should
don't
make one, dude.
But they're also making this Mr. Rogers movie. I'm trying to go see.
They should make an Inspector Gadget movie like really, really, really
They had
dark
one.
and violent. Like Go Gadget Pistols.
Who was it?
Clack,
Like
clack, clack,
Matthew
clack, clack.
Broderick or something played him?
That was not violent. I'm talking about like violence. I want it to be an action drama. I want him to be I want his outfit to not be in the trench coat and shit. I want him to be dressed up in like a
Well, he should be in the trench coat, but he should be in like a metropolis city and just like a true crime.
They should make
You know
him
what I
a
mean?
villain.
Be a fucked up villain for people. Yeah.
Go Gadget, fuck everybody up.
But they made him like in the story, or like in the show, they made him like a fucking
Like a goody two shoes.
like an idiot.
He was like an idiot. He was like
he was
an
not
idiot.
very observant, you know.
Hey, everybody, I've been making an idiot out of myself. No, I think that he probably needs to be repainted in some sort. He was always one of my favorite like cartoons because it was such a cool little cartoon.
Inspector Gadget. This message will self-destruct.
I forgot about that. No, I think that he should be brought, but somebody should try to reinvent Inspector Gadget.
I would agree. I just saw that they have like a new Christmas Carol coming out that has like a real dark twist. It's supposed to be like a, you know how what was that one Christmas?
Every time they come sing at you, you die. Oh fuck! The carolers are here.
No.
Shoot them fucking kids.
That's one where it's like,
or you're not talking about kids. Oh, I didn't mean shoot kids.
No. That's we do not support the shooting of children in the show.
No, not at all. But in the movie, I thought you were talking about the carolers are murderous children.
Dude,
if they're murderous children, I'm for sure killing those kids.
I'm talking about the one where there's the ghost of Christmas past, present, future, or whatever. But it's supposed to be like real, like
horror.
Yeah, like a horror.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Like, you know how was it Krampus or some shit like that? Like that was the Christmas kind of dark take.
Krampus. You talking about the Grinch?
No. No. That's the one where it's like John Goodman or whatever, and it's like the guy who's coming down your chimney is trying to kill you or some shit.
Yeah, dude. First and foremost, anybody coming down my chimney, I'm fucking that guy up. Like, if I see somebody in a red, I don't care, dude. Even if it was Santa Claus,
you're gonna come and eat my cookies to add insult to injury.
Like,
fuck out of here. Those are my
I'm
cookies.
not leaving cookies out for Santa Claus, dude. Santa Claus can get his own cookies.
You can have the milk,
fucking
honestly. It usually goes bad in the fridge, but don't drink much.
Santa Claus is fat as fuck. Last thing he needs is some cookies. You get stuck in my fucking chimney, I'm just gonna steal the rest of your clothes and cement that bitch up. Santa Claus, no more, kids.
Or if I see you doing this, I'm going to the roof and stealing your sleigh.
Yo, you remember in what's the Santa Claus with Tim Allen?
Yeah.
What if you accidentally killed Santa Claus and now you had to become Santa Claus?
I'd be pissed.
He did, and the best part about it was he tried not to be, and he just kept getting fat with a beard.
Kept trying to shave the beard and shit. Like, I don't know what's going on here, but accelerated great growth rate.
Dude, it's fucked up, dude. You're like, I don't want to be that guy. Like, now you're Santa, and you're forever gonna be Santa Claus.
Yeah, until somebody kills me.
I would fuck with everybody. I would handpick the gifts. Like, Christmas would take at least 3 weeks.
I would turn into the Grinch. I wouldn't give kids shit. There would be nothing for anybody.
Like, you've made all these toys. What are you? Why won't you give them to the children? Fuck the kids.
These are my toys.
Vroom, 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 vroom. Santa, you're so fucking selfish. No shit, bitch. Get the fuck out of here.
I got the latest RC Tyco car, and I'm going off the ramp with it.
Sock 'em boppers, bitch.
Start fucking punching
I
the
elves. But see, the thing is, elves aren't children. Just remember, elves are just little people that Santa's annoyed by. Dude, that Santa Claus song on Weird Al Yankovic, what's the name of that song? It replaces some Christmas song.
I can't remember.
Dude, if honestly we don't have auxiliary anyway to throw it on, otherwise I would for sure. Yeah. Maybe come to Christmas time, we'll throw some Christmas songs, and that will be one of them for sure. Hell yes.
Broke his back for some milk and cookies. Something finally must have snapped in his brain. It was a great song, to be honest.
It was.
That first Weird Al thing was actually pretty good.
I don't know if that was his first. That was definitely deep into his thing.
That was the best one that he put out.
Yeah, that was with like Amish Paradise, and that had some dope tracks on it.
Forrest Gump.
Yeah, dude. There's one song called "Calling in Sick Today." I sing that to myself almost every time. I'm like, I'm calling in sick today. You know what, man? Because Anyway, next.
All right. Well, so to talk about some actual things, did you hear about Dion Waiters?
Dion Waiters?
Dion Waiters.
Regardless,
did you
because
hear about
I
this story?
spit hot fire.
This is why we can't talk about anything that matters.
Well, your bumbleclot wrong way of speaking. Call me now for your free rating. Call me now for your free rating.
Miss Cleo was hilarious.
Yo, I think Miss Cleo died, so rest in peace, Miss Cleo. But
rest in peace to her.
Yo, that bitch didn't know nothing about nobody's readings or futures.
No, she was like the most commercial.
Call me now for your free ratings. Like, nobody's calling you, motherfucker.
Some of the things they let get past, I'll tell you.
Like, dude, yesterday I called Miss Cleo. She told me about everything. She said, I'm going to be in school till fucking 12th grade.
I'm gonna go kill myself now.
Dude, Miss
I
Cleo.
should not have went to go and see her. This is depressing. No.
Don't slit your wrist yet, Kane. I still deserve to die.
So, no, stupid. I suck. Anyway, did you hear the story
About the being on the plane with the edible?
Yeah, and he overdosed.
Yo, what is with people and edibles? Like, one, literally, I've eaten edibles, and there's been nothing to those things.
There's been things to them things. I've had some before, and they've been from like actual dispensaries, and they've been pretty.
I guess,
good.
man, but like, all I know is, it's hilarious to find out that a basketball player, he must have eaten it before he got on the plane.
Yeah.
And can you imagine, like, oh shit?
No, they said like he ate probably too many of them.
Oh, like he.
Like, bro, how many do you need? First of all, like, did you think they were just like gummy bears?
I got nervous and ate them all before we got on the plane. Fucking guy.
Oh, dag! I mean, you eat the whole bag.
Oh, that's funny, man.
I never meant to give you mushrooms, girl.
I never meant to bring you to my world, and now you're sitting in the corner crying, and it's all my fault, my fault. You know that's an Eminem that I miss, because the Eminem of now is the one that I do not miss.
Well, you
And I
can't
know-
miss him if he's now. He's still
When you
now.
missed it, like if he put something out and you ain't hear it, you missed it. I don't care that I missed that.
You know what's funny is
Even when I hear Eminem on a song now, I skip the song. I'm like, blah.
there's certain songs of his I still listen to, but
Oh yeah, if something comes up old,
like usually Slim Shady LP.
oh for sure, Slim Shady LP, dude, Rock Bottom is my shit.
Yeah, I mean a lot of it is great.
Yeah, but now not so much.
Oh, put your hands in the air and get to clapping them.
Where's that from?
That's also from that album. I forgot which the name of the actual song was, but that's how it started.
That doesn't sound familiar at all.
Yeah, you'll get it. Do you care about that at all? Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
You
reason why we
remember
can
that
never
back
get
in the day? Like you just sit there. What are you doing? Sorry, guys.
He's in the mood. Yeah. Anything you care to say about this?
Man, dude, just everything in moderation, brother.
Like, first of all,
it's hilarious. Can you imagine me and his teammates? Like, that motherfucker's high.
I thought they said he had a seizure.
Oh, that's not funny at all. I thought you just meant he overreacted from it.
No, like he.
Like, oh, there's something out there.
Although
There's
I don't know.
something.
Yeah, just don't be stupid, Dion. Do you hear about this
Diane
story?
Waiters. You turned him into a woman, dude.
I call him Dion. not
Diane.
Diane. You know.
Diane.
Did you
is
hear
close to
the story
Diane.
about Jermaine Whitehead?
Jermaine Whitehead?
He was cut from Cleveland Browns because
Sure.
he went on Twitter like threatening and talking shit to people.
He did a Jay and Silent Bob?
Yo,
I'm gonna
just
kill
let me read
all
this to
these
you because
fucks.
This shit is hilarious, to be honest. Okay, so
You are the ones that are the ball lickers.
So he
We're
threatened-
gonna fuck your mothers while you watch and cry like little whiny
we have
bitch.
quoted this in recent past. So he threatened a radio host and some fans on Twitter, right?
Okay.
So after Fox called Whitehead's effort tackling Sunday a joke in a tweet, I guess he would be the radio host. He said, he responded, come get it in blood, bitch made ass little boy. I'm out there with a broken hand. Don't get smoked, fuck ass cracker.
Don't get smoked.
Yeah. That shit is great. It's fuck ass cracker. Like you typed this. Usually that's something that would come out like you're mad
In a
and
word,
you're
yeah,
stupid.
like you had to write it. Like, oh, the autocorrect was probably like you probably tried to put AH, but he tried to put ER. Like, no, oh, correct.
Then he told another Twitter user, I'm gonna kill you, bitch. That's on blood.
Oh no,
Yo,
dude, you gotta be smarter.
I was fucking dying laughing. at
That's fucking funny, dude.
that. I'm like, you snapped so hard that you typed the things that you were thinking before you even like thought about what you were gonna say.
Can you like angry typing? Like that's what's so funny about this era is like when you go back and forth on like a thread with somebody and you're angry, you just be sitting there like send, and then they come back like like it's not like a conversation. It's like terrible. Like if me and you are angry at each other, we could just have this conversation back and forth.
I think of it
But
like
some of my anger might dwindle as I'm trying. My anger will be directed to like autocorrect. Not that word. I'm not
like
even
when-
mad at this guy anymore.
it's like when Peter Griffin was talking to Quagmire on the phone, and they were both in front and behind each other, and they were yelling about the fucking jackass in front of them, and then they went to go and fight.
And it was them. And they fought. One of the funniest fucking scenes ever, dude. That shit was so funny.
Yeah, I got this jackass in front of me. Going, yo, that shit is great.
Yo, Quagmire was a super old Asian, man. It was hilarious. And they only divulged that at like a specific point. You're like, how old is Quagmire? He's like 78 years old, dude. Quagmire was an old fucking guy. Horny bastard. How can you be, dude? If I, at 70, however old Quagmire is, I definitely want to be fucking like that. Like, no, I don't want to be as much of a creep as he is. Like,
well, I mean, yeah, he's
that guy
special
was
type of creep.
he was something else. But like, dude, if you could be fucking like that at 70-something years old, I get it. He's a cartoon, but
Just bringing random hoes home all the time.
like even not even that. Just being able to fuck in general. I want to be able to at least beat my meat at 78 years old. I don't want to
Remember
like.
when he found out about internet porn?
He's like, what?
He came back out full one arm. Yeah.
No, I'd like to be able to at least fucking beat my meat in my 70s. I don't want that taken off the table too, right? Like I may not have the back to like thrust and shit. Like I may not be able to fuck, but if I at least can move my arm to get myself going and like to somewhat completion as an old man, I'm gonna give me that.
To be in that age range and be able to still just get it up to masturbate in the first place, you know?
Oh, it's hard.
Never trying to have to resort to Viagra.
Oh,
Never.
dude, like I want to at least be able to do that. Even if it has Viagra, I'll just go for a fucking shift, like 4 hours of just going at it with myself.
Like, this is all I got left in the tank. I'm good to die now.
Right, like that's maybe how I want to spend my last day. Like, you know what? I know tomorrow I'm gonna go. Right, so like I'm just gonna beat off all day.
Nobody ever thinks like, okay, you were diagnosed. You have 1 day left to live. What are you going to do with that time?
I'm gonna
to spend time with family. Yeah, right.
Like, dude, I don't ever want to see those people again. Like, no, like as much as I want to see them, I got some things I want to do again.
Like, listen, I can spend 2 hours.
Hey guys, listen,
The
I'm
rest I
gonna.
need peace.
Tomorrow's the last. This is the last go. I got some shit I gotta take care of at home. What's that in that
Gotta get some
bag?
affairs in order.
Got my favorite porno on pause at the crib. Got a whole thing of petroleum jelly, even though I'm a dry run kind of guy. And then we're gonna have at this shit, man. Or I'd buy a sex doll, but that's probably hard because you have to fuck the sex doll.
This is true. If you could do that, you could just actually have regular sex.
Yeah, if I'm doing that, then I'm gonna try to find a woman. I'm gonna get me a woman at 78 if I can get me a woman at 78.
However, we got here from Jermaine Whitehead is whatever.
I don't know how those are connected, but okay.
No. Did you hear this like new thing against Goldman Sachs?
Goldman Sachs.
Very
that man.
They have so much
you
money.
break it down,
we were able to
it's
fucking gold them.
Literally, the name of that place is Goldman Sachs.
Like what happens when you get employed here? You dip your balls in a vat of gold.
The title of this place is Goldman Sachs.
Yes, I know.
That's hilarious to me. But they tried to disguise it. They combined Goldman, and then they put Sachs, CH and S, and like it's not like it's not really Goldman Sachs. We promise you, it's Goldman Sachs.
Is that like the stone cutters? It's probably the same thing.
who put the Russian? Or what do you say? Who keep the Martians under wraps? We do. We do.
That was a great episode too.
He had the little shortcut through it to get to the job and shit.
Yeah,
That was a great episode.
it really was. There was a lot of great episodes.
Goldman Sachs.
So yeah, these guys apparently like
Where you work, Goldman Sachs.
this is how Twitter is getting everybody in trouble. Literally, some guy applied for an Apple Card, right? You gotta have the phone, I think, to apply for the card. So he applied, and his wife applied, and he apparently like had a lower credit score than his wife. They jointly filed tax returns and shit. They gave him 20 times the limit as they gave her. And he was like, that doesn't make, like, he went to Twitter to be like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, the fuck is that? So now, there's some probe into Goldman Sachs practices and seeing like how they issue credits and
Damn.
I was like,
see, Goldman Sachs is doing some nasty shit with them sacks.
yeah. They're giving out the sacks to only people with sacks.
They like the sacks with some Goldman Sachs.
Yeah.
That's
So I was like, oh,
nasty.
interesting. It's always nice when a big corrupt financial institution gets.
Oh, it's always good,
investigated for
man.
being
Probe them
dick-faced.
Goldman Sachs. Title of the episode. Anyway.
And then, unfortunately, there's some sad news we can report real fast. If you are at all familiar with the show Seinfeld, there was some story about Charles Levin. He played a police officer at some point in the show. I don't remember specifically what his name was in the show, but I think it was like a recurring character. So about a week or so ago, he went missing in California, in Oregon, and they found his car. It pretty much went down a ditch and basically like off the edge of a cliff, it looks like. And I don't know if he was killed on impact or what it was, but they reported, vultures got to him and his dog. Like they found him a week later and he was decomposing. And
But like no foul play, no.
not that they know so
Just
far.
like he went off the road.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably still some investigation, but he was 70, so like it could have been just like one of those went off the road accidentally type of things.
That sucks.
Regardless, rest in peace
Rest
to him.
in peace to you, sir.
And prayers up to his family and everybody who might be hurting from that loss. It
Agreed.
was a great show. Seinfeld is, I don't know if you know this, but largely what our show is based off of, in the sense
Nothing.
that, you talk about nothing and you make it entertaining. And
Hopefully you like it.
yeah, yeah, maybe. And that's all like the important topics that I have written down.
That's all you got? What do I have?
I told you I didn't have that much. Plus, we spend a lot of time talking about nothing as we usually do.
Yeah, dude. I'd agree.
You still haven't opposite shout out to Glenn. I did.
Oh,
a while
opposite
ago,
shout out to
but
Glenn,
I'll do
dude.
it again, opposite shout out to you.
Opposite shout out to Glenn, man.
Yeah.
Oh, so we didn't talk about Ray J trying to get Suge Knight pardoned.
Oh,
I don't know how much we want to talk about this, just in case he does get pardoned. But Ray J, what? Next topic.
I mean, it's important to follow up on. We did talk about the story where he was signed over the rights to Suge's life. So I don't know if he'll still have that if he's out.
Well, yeah. What are you looking to do here? Like, you're giving away that bag.
He's like, I don't want this bag. You take it back. Take this now.
I don't want it. It's yours. I don't want it.
Got me running all over the goddamn place.
Oh man, no, I don't know what Ray J's intentions are. However, hey man, rumble, young man, rumble,
Or something like that.
something along those lines, my friend.
Something like that.
I think that I got other things I'm pretty sure of. Any NBA news actually?
Other than your boy Dion, no, not really.
Zion's still out. Talking about he'll be back when there's no reason to rush. But I was listening to Jalen and Jacoby, and Jalen was talking about how dude has been like literally injured in high school, college, summer league,
So he has a history
preseason.
of being hurt.
Yeah, like I think he's gonna need load management probably for a very long time. But he's big, man. He's too big. Like we've talked about it, and the only thing we're gonna be able to do is watch it play out.
Yeah.
But like I think for him to have not even played a game in the league just yet in terms of regular season is kind of telling.
Did we talk about Steph Curry breaking his hand last week?
I think that may have happened a little late. That's a big blow.
Yeah.
Steve Kerr doesn't have his same he has a completely different starting five right now, like minus Draymond.
And they're hurt right now. Like he has his two best shooters are now benched. and Thompson and Clay, or and Thompson and Steph Curry. So
Yeah, I mean Durant's gone.
Durant's gone.
So like, I mean, it's a big change in his whole operation at this point for what's going on.
I think like with the way the team is set up right now, a newer not that a new superstar is going to emerge, but like somebody's going to be
They
having
got
to carry the load, right?
What's his name?
Draymond.
No, the other dude that came from D'Angelo Russell.
They picked him up, really?
Yeah, he's on the Warriors now. So I don't know. I mean,
I think Draymond's gonna leave the team next.
You think so?
Yeah, I do.
Why?
Because when Steph and Clay come back, it's gonna be like their show again, and he's gonna be having to probably carry the brunt of the load right now while they're out. Because I mean, who else do they really?
But what is that? But I mean, why would he want to leave? Even if when they come back, they could be successful again.
Because he could probably just be. I think he's going to be in this like primary ball handler type of thing, and then when he comes back and he's not going to be able to get any touches or whatever the case is, like
I think he will, because that's kind of like the role he's played as somewhat of a facilitator.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, now it's like, what's the point of even sticking around when?
Where's he gonna go? I mean, I'm sure there's places he can go, but I think at the same time, I don't think you see him leave.
I think he will. I mean, who knows? Yeah,
I mean, he's gonna get money. He's gonna get the money he needs from there. I mean, you live in California. You're playing for you have rings with a team that you've been with forever. Why not stay with them? I would be of that mind state, but I guess not everybody's thinking that way.
And also, when it comes back time for contract signing, is he gonna get like a max contract? Probably not.
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I think that that's the money they're getting in the NBA is crazy anyway, man. I think about how $100,000 would change my life completely. I'm like, all I'm looking for is that. Can I just get that? God damn it!
Yeah,
But it's not very easy to do, sir.
Yeah, you have people who have like crazy contracts where they're making a million pretty much like every 3-4 days.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah,
dude, if I was making $1 million every 3 or 4 days, dude, I'll be out after 2 days. I'm like, all right, I got $100,000, I'm out. I mean, $500,000, I'm done.
No, I mean, not really, because I'd like to keep that trend going for a while. Yeah,
you don't watch any F1 or anything like that, right?
No.
Yeah, so that doesn't help. But Lewis Hamilton won his 6th world championship. Oh. Shout out to that man. He's a beast.
Congrats.
That dude is a fucking monster, dude.
He
drives a car like nobody else.
Something else I would like to do for a living is just drive really fast.
Dude, I would love to drive a car fast for a living. I already drive a car fast. It's just not just on my way to my living. Like I wish that could be what I do.
Yeah.
Like we wish we could just podcast all day, right? That'd be cool as fuck. I'd also like to incorporate driving fast also on a track.
Yeah.
That would be cool as fuck, man.
I would agree.
There's so many things as an adult you wish you can try. Like, looking back, I wish I would have done that. But only children really try things without any inhibitions.
This is true.
Like, dude, you don't want to drop in on a half pipe, but I would like to learn how to drop in on a half pipe. That'd be fucking dope.
It's kind of fucked up because you got to think about like when children are doing things with reckless abandonment, and then as you get older, you realize, wait, I can't do that. Like, there's always something that happened that makes you realize, oh, well, I have to think about this. How do we all lose that innocence?
Dude, you even recover differently as a youngin', man. Like, I've told the story where I ran you over with a bike on here before, and, although I know you don't want to relive it, I'll talk about it if you ask. So what happened was we were on a block, and Adam said something to the lines of, probably no, and I was like, oh, yeah, fuck you, motherfucker. And he was like, no. And I was like, bitch. And he was like,
I was probably like 4.
Yeah, I don't think I cursed that much at you. But I do remember just like somehow like Adam was in front of me. I stomped on the pedal, and it's not like I was in a motorized vehicle, but somehow it went forward, and Adam just Adam laid down and allowed the bike to run over him, which was fucking hilarious. I don't even know what I was talking about, but that was funny to me.
It was a real dick.
I wish we had video of that. How many things do you wish you just had video of when you were a kid that if you could just watch it over again and laugh?
That's a Yeah, there's a lot of kids these days who are experiencing that kind of.
Yeah, man, kids are lucky these days. Like somebody's always got a camera rolling on them. There's fucking video cameras in the house and TVs and everything's got something rolling. But like back in the day, man, the reason why we didn't have like none of those
got mad video. But
yeah, but we don't have video of the things that we should truly have video of, like getting stole off accidentally, or like when we broke through walls, or like when we fought through walls, or like when we fought, or or like
we
just
had fucking basketball games in the hallway.
there's so many things, man. Like just like you wish, like when you're on the court and like you're just shooting around by yourself and you make that shot that's so fucking awesome, like, and you look around and nobody's there to see it. You're just like,
and you're
like, yeah.
It's usually not one of those shots that where you're like, the ball.
You can never recreate it.
It's always like perfect, fucking breaks the rim and net and shit.
You can never recreate the thing that you did in front of somebody. Like it just doesn't happen. Yeah. Dude, I wish I had video of things like that, dude.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's a lot of entertainment that would have been served.
Dude, I would watch so many of those videos again. You know? There's a lot of that shit I'd like to watch anyway, but like I would love to watch some of the fights we had. Like that would be hilarious, man.
Yeah, well, as much as I would like to agree with you 100% there, I was on the receiving end of a lot of the bullshit of those fights because I was smaller.
It is what it is, my friend.
It is what it seems. Did you listen to Gangstar at all yet?
No, man. I've been meaning to, but I've been listening to. I've been like exploring Benny the Butcher. Yeah. I've been exploring his catalog more. It took me a while to get on that train.
Yeah.
But man's a dude's a beast. He rhymes like, you can say a lot of people rap about coke and drug rap and all that shit, but like not everybody raps about it in a what's the word? Endearing isn't the word, but like something that kind of pulls you in and like there's got to be an enjoyment factor to it. Yeah, either way it goes, like Benny has pulled me in, and I've been listening to his music a lot. Yeah, so I've been trying to like really catch up on his catalog and really get up on his things and shit like that. But what have I listened to? I was also just like watching some Currency shit. Currency has some lowriders and riding and lowriders or some series on YouTube, and it's got like multiple seasons. It's just him like riding around in his lowriders and like be like 20 minutes of the day, the car shows and shit. Yeah. Dude lives a pretty cool life. He does pretty much what I would do if I had the ability.
Yeah, just ride around in cars that are nice, smoke and rap.
Yeah, man. No, I haven't listened to anything new though. Jacquees I tried to listen to.
I never ever if a Jacquees song pops up on the radio, I feel the same way you feel about Eminem. I just skip it.
That's cool. No, I didn't listen to his old album. I don't blame you though. Davies came out. I listened to a little bit of it. Yeah, it was cool.
I listened to a whole lot of the new stuff that came out, but I did have Gangstar on. I cycled through it twice. I mean, it's what you expect. You got Guru and.
I heard it was dope. I heard it stands
features on there.
I heard the music stands like. It's still hits today essentially.
Yeah. And they had like Royce on there, Neo was on there. What's it called? I don't know. Just a bunch of good features. Honestly, it was a good album. I like it
for sure. No, I'm waiting. I think Game's still coming out.
Yeah.
Somebody's saying that they think that we'll see a Pusha album coming out soon.
No, Nas is coming soon.
Nas is coming out? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure like the time frame on it.
Yo, you think Kanye's starting a cult?
I think
in today's Kanye corner,
I think he only has a cult following right now anyway.
I think he really is trying to start a cult. Like I saw he's going to change his name to Christian
Louis Vuitton.
Christian billionaire. Man, what the fuck? Man, we'll talk so I can try to find this because I think he is trying to start a cult. It's hilarious to me.
But no, like, why is he successful in doing things like this right now? I don't understand. The people who are still supporting this shit.
Okay, so Christian genius billionaire Kanye West.
What? wait. What? Christian genius billionaire Kanye West.
So he's basically given himself so many, like, he's described himself in so many adjectives, right? He's like, I'm a Christian, I'm a genius,
So he's
I'm
not
a billionaire.
changing his name. He's
just adding to Kanye West. And so listen, it says,
Yo, only he can be that pompous.
Kanye West is changing his name to hold on, where we at? It says in surprise appearance at 2019 Fast Company Innovation Festival, West suggests that he may legally change his name to Christian genius billionaire Kanye West for a little bit.
And this week in Kanye's corner,
This motherfucker is
I also heard that he is putting in a presidential bid.
2024. Dude, he's gonna be worse than Donald Trump as a president. Kanye West is a shithead. I don't know why people were like, this album's great, dude. Get the fuck off Kanye's dick. Like, that's dude, fuck
Even
that.
if it's great, I don't want to know firsthand that it's great.
No,
I don't care.
It's impossible for it to be great. From Mr.
Let
Christian
me be
genius
great.
billionaire Kanye West.
So you can really change your name to anything, huh?
You really can.
So you can, like, Max Power is a
I was
real
just
thing.
about to say, I am going to change my name to Max Power one day. It's the name that you want to trust, but you mustn't trust. Max Power.
For those of you who don't watch The Simpsons. You know. Yo, how can you change your name to Christian Genius Billionaire? Is he a genius? Is he a billionaire?
I
Is he
think
really
he's
even Christian.
Yeah, I don't think he's anything but literally Kanye West. The most self-serving, egotistical, probably tripolar motherfucker I ever seen in my life. Kanye West got so many fucking like different like personalities. It's crazy. This motherfucker's starting a cult. Dude, there's no way you're telling me he's trying not to start he is going to start a cult. He's gonna buy more property around his land. And then the next thing you know, we're going to see something where they all drank Kool-Aid and Kanye West is nowhere to be.
A mega church.
And Kanye West is nowhere to be
Didn't
found.
he say he was I think we talked about this, but he said he's making a church in Calabasas.
Dude, fuck that.
Listen, we'll see you next time on Kanye's Corner because I'm done with that guy.
This motherfucking Christian genius billionaire. So CGBKY jelly.
This is the KGB.
Nobody.
KGB waits for nobody.
The KGB waits for. That's true. That's true. Knock, knock. Answer it, Dwight. No, answer it. Oh, remember he was like, knock, knock, and he told him the story and he slapped him? He was like, what the fuck was that? He's like, it was a part of a hilarious joke.
Oh,
fucking God. Kanye West, dude. I'm calling it right now. His cult's going to start in 2020 for sure. And it's going to be called the Christian. It's going to be called the Christian billionaire church, and it's going to be full of a bunch of Christian billionaires. Then Kanye, maybe Kanye. Oh, I got it. He's all playing us. Kanye's on our side. What he's going to do is he's going to get all these Christian billionaires, right? Who probably have terrible views anyway.
And he's going to murder them all?
And he's going to get them all to commit suicide by drinking fucking red Kool-Aid, right? And then Kanye West is going to emerge and said, I did make America great again.
Yo, listen,
hot take. All right, listen, I take it back.
That's a real hot take.
That's a real interest. Look at, I mean, you know, if you watch movies, that can happen. They took the White House and then they took it again. Like, dude, you didn't
talked.
You didn't learn the first time to not let them take the White House again. You had to make a movie about it. Like, come on, dude. We've seen 14 Takens, and then when we stopped watching Taken, he changed the name of the movie to something else.
That's true.
Stop kidnapping my wife.
Stop kidnapping everybody that I know.
This is literally like, do not kidnap my wife. I have many. What is this accent I'm using?
I don't know.
Don't use my wife, man. Bomb clat. Brat.
They kidnapped his daughter. Then they kidnapped his son. Then they kidnapped his wife. Then they kidnapped his brother.
Dude had another daughter just so they could kidnap that daughter and so he can make a movie about it. We'll be back in 18 years.
That's
Molly, are you sure you want to go on this fucking Italian countryside backpacking journey?
But you know what? That's no
yes,
different.
Dad. Don't worry. I'll be okay. The second that bitch lands in that country, she gets kidnapped. If it's one thing I've learned about traveling to Europe is don't. It's 100% don't.
It's not much different.
I told her not to travel. This motherfucking cunt. She gonna fuck around and tell me she be all right. And now she got fucking kidnapped. The first thing she does, the first man she speaks to, the first car she gets in is the death ride. Like, what the fuck, man?
It's not much different when you think about
You didn't
it
even
than like a Saw. Right?
Her
Because
success rate is 100% zero.
it's not much different than you think of like a Saw movie because it's all like the same. Like torture concept, like every you pretty much know that it's gonna be some fucked up shit when you go into it.
I've only watched the second Saw, by the way.
Really, I think I've seen maybe like 4.
I was like, this is.
But that's
crazy.
the same thing as Taken because realistically, you watch it to watch him whoop people's asses.
Yeah, but you don't. But Saw, I guess Saw was after the first one. It really lost its allure to me. The second one was just funny when he took old bitch and threw her in that big ass pit of fucking syringes like it was nothing. Like, damn, dude, what the fuck are you doing? That's fucked up.
Yeah. I mean, they're all fucked up. Anyways, I don't really have anything else to talk about.
No, not at all, man. Just know that I called what Kanye West is doing. He's either a psycho or he's on our side. There's no other way around it. Either that or he is truly, truly clueless. What if he becomes like the most successful pastor of all time and really does change people's lives?
Maybe he's foreshadowing in his Christian genius billionaire Kanye West.
Well, he is a
like,
billionaire. He is a billionaire.
He's not a billionaire.
I think he was made a billionaire this year.
I don't think he was a billionaire.
I promise you. I think he got some sort of through Adidas or something. He's got a big ass deal. So I guess technically he can say I'm saved, so he's Christian. He's not a genius, but who the fuck is going to tell him he's not? Right? He's a billionaire and he's Kanye West. Like, all people do is go nod their heads like a bunch of dumbasses at his fucking Sunday service. Like, yeah, Kanye West is serving our Sunday. Fucking A,
I'm
bro.
mad that Kanye West has $1 billion and I don't have anywhere near it.
Dude, you gotta act as crazy, dude. You gotta name yourself like, I don't know, Arab nuthead genius billionaire cotton balls Goldman Sachs Adam Kawash.
That's the funniest shit to me.
Goldman Sachs? They're
no. The fucking
like, dude, why'd your sack gold?
the adjectives in front of the name. That's hilarious to me. How do you? All right. Listen, I think that was good for episode 66.
Pick up sticks.
Yeah, good potting. Good, you know.
Is there?
I mean,
We don't
Alright.
usually do
Yeah,
that.
I don't know why you did that.
We'll redeem ourselves somehow. There we go.
all right.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you for watching.
They're buddies.
They're brothers,
Oh, yeah, we are brothers.
and they were brothers.
And they were happy and they were singing and they were colored. Give me a high five. Cut and print. Beautiful guys.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Obviously, shout out to Glenn for the road.
Yeah,
and,
buddy.
we'll catch y'all on episode 67.
Later, y'all.
Peace.